What if the world's most powerful AI, every single financial transaction, and literally your entire digital life were all locked behind a single door? A door guarded by 5 layers of military-grade security. Well, welcome to our explainer on the true physical architecture of the internet.
You know, we usually think of the cloud as just floating up there in the sky, right? But it actually lives inside physical structures exactly like this one behind, a gorgeous 19th century glass facade. This is the Infomart in Dallas. It's a massive 1.5 million square foot digital crossroads. And to prevent a catastrophic 100% global outage, this single building is supplied by 5 completely independent electric feeds. In this explainer, we are mapping out a physical breach into this facility, traveling right down to the liquid-cooled heart of the internet. We'll be covering the invisible digital fortress, the 5 layers of security, resisting progressive collapse, power density and cooling, and finally, the circular digital economy.
Let's dive straight into Part 1, the invisible digital fortress, which acts as the racetrack for AI.
Make no mistake, without this highly secured physical infrastructure, the entire AI revolution just stops dead in its tracks. Data center demand is officially projected to triple by the year 2030. And that staggering increase, it makes these specific fortified structures the absolute most valuable real estate on Earth.
Moving right along to Part 2, we're looking at the 5 layers of security, or the Axis defense model.
Protecting these irreplaceable digital assets from human intrusion requires a remarkably rigid 5-layer defense strategy. We've got the perimeter, the premises, the building, the server hall, and finally, the rack itself. This whole operation starts way out at the perimeter, where high-reach cameras utilize AI edge analytics to detect intruders, even in total darkness.
Now let's say you actually make it to the front door. You are immediately stepping into a man trap. It's a small space with interlocking doors that strictly requires biometric verification to prevent unauthorized physical passage. The terrifying efficiency of this system is that even if you confidently walk in with a top-tier government ID, if you are unauthorized for the specific floor ahead, you are locked down instantly by security personnel. There's no way around it.
And the security certainly doesn't stop just because you made it onto the server floor. This is what we call the strict application of physical zero trust. Even highly authorized maintenance staff are logged every single second via dedicated cameras and biometric sensors located right at the individual server racks. You are literally never unobserved.
Okay, let's execute a hard shift here for Part 3, resisting progressive collapse through infrastructural engineering.
So how does a building like this survive a catastrophic event, like, say, a plane crash or a bomb? Well, these fortresses actually operate a lot like living organisms. They have a physical skeleton made of Constex steel framing, a nervous system comprised of 8,700 fiber optic strands that connect massive networks like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. They have a circulatory system of liquid cooling vats and an immune system powered by those AI edge cameras we talked about earlier.
To resist what architects refer to as progressive collapse, this facility relies on a modular kit-of-parts architecture. It utilizes concrete-filled box columns designed specifically to absorb and resist blasts. And even more amazing is the unique lower and lock erection system for the steel framing. This method accelerates construction 3 to 5 times faster than traditional building techniques, which is absolutely crucial to keep pace with that tripling global demand we mentioned.
Which brings us deeper into the facility for Part 4, power density and cooling, also known as the AI thermal pivot. You might be surprised to learn that the single greatest threat inside the server hall isn't actually a physical intruder at all. It's the extreme, potentially catastrophic heat generated by massive power density. To put that into perspective, older servers put out the thermal output of about a 40-watt light bulb, but modern AI chips, they reach 1,000 watts each. If you attempted to cool a room full of these new chips with traditional air conditioning, you would have to blow so much air it would literally create a supersonic wind tunnel.
So, what is the solution? The only physical way to keep the internet's brain from completely melting down is dielectric immersion. We are talking about completely submerging these servers in vats of non-conductive liquid. By doing this, the facility achieves a thermal efficiency 23 times greater than traditional air cooling.
Finally, let's wrap up this deep dive with Part 5, the circular digital economy, where sustainability actually acts as security.
Managing all of this extreme thermal energy has pivoted from simple waste storage into a truly revolutionary circular economy.
That massive heat coming off the servers, which can reach up to 140 degrees, is now being captured and repurposed to heat nearby buildings. And here's the best part. This is actually a critical security feature. It makes the facility self-sustaining and significantly less reliant on vulnerable external power grids.
Which leaves us with a pretty profound final thought. If the internet isn't just storing our data anymore, but is actively capturing energy and powering our physical world, what does this mean for the future of our physical infrastructure? These digital fortresses are clearly no longer just passive data vaults. They are active engines driving our physical world. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this helps you visualize the incredible physical backbone of our digital lives.